All right, so this is probably the last one.
Yeah.
We might have to speed.
Because I'm gonna have to go home, and that's just a drive.
Yeah, so let's try and speed through this one. We're just gonna hop right into it.
All right, guys. Hopping right into it.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Hopefully, last episode didn't get cut too short. If you missed anything, you probably didn't actually miss anything. So here we go, part 3 of this quiz.
Yes.
So now we're on status, power, and authority.
Oh, I love all 3 of those things.
Okay, so
Wait, no, I don't.
do you think wealth equals worth?
No, not at all.
Yeah, me neither. Do we need to go into that, or do you think that's just...
I feel like that should be self-explanatory.
I agree.
Yeah. Wealth is not.
No, it's not. How about your job is who you are? You think that's the case?
No, your job is something you do. Who you are is what you do outside of it.
I'm completely with you. How do you feel about respecting authority?
Okay, so respect is a thing that I believe is earned, and I don't care what position you are in. You earn respect.
I'm with you on that too. So we're 3 for 3 here on saying no to what this says.
Yeah.
So when we get to status, power, authority, so far we're like completely against it. Okay. Heavy value. Do you think that there should be a heavy value on ownership of goods, space, and property?
A heavy value?
Yeah, should there be a heavy value on that?
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Do you have a heavy value on it?
No. No, that's the thing that bothers me my whole life is when, like, people get super upset about things. Like, I've had so much stuff of mine broken, not even by myself. Like, I know I've broken other people's stuff, and, like, people know that.
Yeah, you have.
But, like, I've had some things that...
Like my TV with a paintball gun.
Hey, you're going to bring that up? All it's saying is, why was it loaded? Anyways...
I just don't think that's actually been brought up on the show before, so that was just a great time.
Yeah.
Great timing to bring it up. It's like, oh, breaking stuff. I was like, yeah, my TV with the paintball gun.
But anyways, like I've had stuff of mine broken that I actually cared about and ruined.
I didn't care about that TV. You're right.
And I was just like, they were like, oh, I'm so sorry. They freaked out and said they were gonna buy it. Like I'm like, I don't care. Like it's just a thing. I can go buy another one. I think what's more important is, I think the problem that we run into is this society, our generation and the generation before us, places so much heavy emphasis on, look what I have accumulated. And it's like, and they don't care about who's there in their lives. They're just like, I want you in my life to witness my stuff versus I want you in my life.
Okay,
and
all right.
That bothers me.
On that note then, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you personally value goods, space, and property?
On a scale of 1 to 10?
Mm-hmm. 10 being the highest. 10 would be highly valued.
I'd put it at a 3.
3, really? So you don't care much at all for space?
I think the reason I didn't even put it at I wanted to do 1, but the only reason I didn't is because 3, I think you need a home and stuff like that to live in, so you at least aren't in the ditch or under a bridge somewhere. So like, you should care enough to make sure you have a house a roof over your head. Well,
then what about the other day when you were like really thrilled to have gotten a TV for your own room to get out of the main living area of your habitat?
It's just because I don't like sharing that space.
Yeah, so you value it.
Yeah, I valued it enough to be like, I just didn't.
Is that what a 3 is?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like I didn't need one, and I didn't care. I barely even use it now. Is the worst part about it. But it's just I didn't really want to be in the living room at all points in time.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, God, there's a hair.
See, I would say I'm more at a 7.
Fair.
More at a 7. Like that's why I live in a 3-bedroom house alone.
Yeah, I mean,
because I'm more at a 7.
If this helps,
I really like it.
Well, you know, the reason 3 is also in my mind is you were there when I burnt literally all of my personal possessions.
Right. Right.
It's just like I don't need any of this.
Yeah. I feel. But the things that you got, I get it though. Which I guess technically that would fall under property.
Yeah.
And you burnt your property, and I got it though, and I've also burnt some of my own belongings before as well,
dude.
As well as just thrown away stuff that I was like, I have
no need for it.
Yeah, just it's gone. Yeah. When my family, not my dad.
Yeah.
but extending out in both directions of my family, both my mom and dad's side, I've noticed there's a lot of family or extended family that are pack rats that literally get rid of nothing. And it's like, well, it's crazy. And then I found myself on occasion where I'm like, why do I have this? And but at least I know that I have in the past thrown stuff away.
Dude, no, I hit a moment every, like, I'd say 6 to 8 months where I'll just rummage through my stuff and it's like, what is all of this? How did I accumulate this? And then I'll throw it away or send it to Goodwill.
Haven't been using it.
Yeah, it's like if I don't know what it is or where it came from, I don't need it.
That's a really good rule of thumb. But anyway, so like we're gonna go with wealth equals worth was no. Job is who you are, no. Yeah. Respect authority, no. Heavy value on ownership of goods, space, and property, you're gonna go with no. Yeah. And I'm gonna go with yes, just because I'm at a 7, you're at a 3, so I think since I'm above 5, I'm a yes, you're below 5, you're a no.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's go to future orientation. Do you think you should plan for the future?
Okay, so I actually have a saying on my Evernote.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, what's that?
It has to do with that.
You don't have to necessarily share it verbatim if you're not comfortable.
But basically, it's just, what's the point of planning for the future when nothing is guaranteed?
Okay, so don't plan for the future.
I mean, like, you can throw as many plans as you want, and there's a saying about that where God laughs in your face, basically.
Right.
And it's like, I kind of actually agree with that entirely. Because you can set up a lot of plans. You can prepare for so much. And you can set up goals.
And it goes wrong. Yep. But so you should make no plans. Do you have any plans currently?
I don't think you should have no plans, but I think you shouldn't rely so heavily on it that it becomes detrimental.
Yeah, obvious, yeah.
And like, so that being said, like, no, we totally have plans. Set up stuff for yourself. But also be flexible and be prepared for things to totally go wrong and your plans not go through.
Right. So I'm putting you at a yes, actually.
Yeah,
I get that the whole like you can't count on it because of course.
But no, you can totally put me as a yes because it's still technically yes, have a plan.
Yeah, you should have a plan, but you should also have a backup plan.
Yeah.
Because that could fall through.
You should have 1,000 backup plans.
Yeah, backup plans. I've got 1,000 backup plans. Blacking up my future. All right. How do you feel?
Maybe.
What is the importance? Or no, is there an importance to delayed gratification? Is there a reason to have it? Is it necessary? Is it a trait? Is it a thing to use? Is delayed gratification?
I think it has its time and place.
Is it valuable? Does it have a value?
It has its time and place.
It has its time and place. Yeah.
I don't think it's I don't really think it's good or bad. I think it's
It depends on what the situation is, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Like, delayed gratification, not a bad thing, not a good thing. It depends on how you're using it, what the thing is that you're delaying for the gratification.
Yes.
Right? Because, like, there's a lot of those, like, studies they'll do where it's, like, for children that are, like, under 9 or something, they'll be like, you can have a piece of candy now, or if you wait 5 minutes, you get 2 pieces of candy.
Exactly.
Right? And, like, so in that kind of a situation, totally. For 2 pieces of candy, yeah, I'll wait.
Yeah, it's like, I'll wait 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'll wait for 2 pieces of candy, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So delayed gratification has its time and place, and sometimes it's a great motivational thing.
Do you think that progress is always best?
Yes. Okay. I actually do. Like, we should always be progressing forward, no matter what. Just because, as I said earlier, the past is the worst. So keep moving forward.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I disagree, but I'm not going to get into it. I don't think progress is always best.
That's fine.
I think it's sometimes best. It's more subjective.
It can be.
But cool. Yeah, I like your answer. I'm trying to steam through.
Rapid fire. Go for it.
Okay, so quote, tomorrow will be better. End quote.
Not a guarantee, no.
Yeah, so no. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's we've done 2 categories here. Let's double check here. We got wealth worth, no. Your job is who you are, no. Respect authority, no. Heavy value on ownership, no. So that's 4 no's. That whole category. Status, power, authority, no.
Yeah, no category.
Future orientation. Plan for future, yes. Delayed gratification, somewhat.
Yes.
So we'll just put that another question. That's 2 question marks now, because it's like you can't say yes or no to that. Yeah. Progress is always best. Yes. Tomorrow will be better. Question mark or no?
That's a no.
Just no.
Yeah, it's like you can't guarantee it. So no.
All right, time.
I like time.
We're on the subject of time now.
It's a whiny, wibbly, wobbly. I don't know what that is.
Oh, yeah. Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Doctor Who? Yeah, okay. So, do you think that...
Timey-wimey?
I guess I should say, do you follow a rigid time schedule?
No.
No, not even with work.
I mean, with work I try, but no. I'm very... I wouldn't say it's loose, but it's not, you know?
Right. It's kind of like that for me too, where it's like I have a set time to be somewhere.
Yes.
And I'm like, I'm going to shoot for it.
Exactly.
But actually this morning I was an hour and 25 minutes late for work.
Exactly. You remember I called you, what was it, 2 weeks ago? And I was like, yeah, I didn't get to work until like 10 o'clock.
Right. Because it happens. It just happens. But like...
There's moments where you're like, dang it, I tried. I'm sorry, but I just overslept. Stuff came up.
Yeah, so time is... following a rigid time schedule is not really a priority.
No. Like, I would like to, but I'm not good at it.
I would like to, but not good at it. I want to say the same thing.
Yeah.
I want to say the same thing. All right. So do you think, do you value your time as a commodity?
Oh my goodness. That's such a great question. That really is.
Right. That is a good one. Thank you. I just thought of that after reading this statement and then rewording it.
Okay, perfect. Do I value my time as a
commodity?
Yes and no, actually.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So like,
I'll go ahead and before you finish, yes, absolutely, 100%. My time is a commodity.
Yes, right. It makes sense, and like there are moments.
So
in my life,
that's why I'm really curious what your no is.
Moments in my life where I'm like, yes, my time is worth more than what you're putting for. So screw you, I'm done, whatever.
Yeah.
But then
my time is worth way more than anybody ever gives me.
Yeah, but that's what I was like. That's why I have the moments of yes.
This right here, us sitting here.
Yeah.
This is the only time my time is equal
to someone else's.
Right, like this is the only time that the commodity of my time is actually like equivalent. It's us sitting having a conversation. And I'm like, yeah, this is totally worth my time.
And then
everything else below the worth of my time.
And see, and that's the thing is that my no is sometimes I'll just do stuff and consider my time not as valuable as the other person's due to their mental state or what is going on in their life. So I will,
wait, that's your no.
Yeah, so that's where my no stands, is that I will waste my time helping someone else versus actually being like, I could be doing more productive things than actually being here with you.
I still feel like you're putting a commodity. You're viewing your time as a commodity, but you're willing to take the lesser, where you're essentially what would be like the lesser use or the lesser payout of your time as a thing, and you're still viewing it that way, right?
I lower my value of my time.
Yeah, but you're still viewing it as a commodity.
I mean, I guess.
So you value your time as a commodity, but you're willing to, for the sake of others, you're willing to put their time as a higher commodity and trade it.
I mean, yeah, I guess if you want to look at it that way, but I've always looked at the time as commodity, meaning that you consider yourself, no matter what's going on, your time way more valuable than the other person's. And so then at that point, like when you value someone else's time more, then that means your time is not a commodity in that sense. Theirs is.
Oh, see, that's interesting. Okay,
that's the way I've always seen that.
Okay. No, then that's interesting. See, because like I would say you can't put a dollar amount on time, but the way I would look at it is definitely that like my time has value. It is a commodity. How I choose to spend it shows what I value. Right, so at no point do I consider someone else's time in the equation. It's literally like I'm going to now invest in time with you. Right, I look at it like my time spending time with other people, or at work or whatever. That's me like investing in a stock market.
Okay,
That's
so
the way I look at it.
So you see your time with another person as investing versus...
Yeah, I'm investing into their time.
Okay. That's a good way to look at it. I may actually adopt that because I don't look at it that way. I've always, as I said, looked at it just like my time is not worth anything right now. It's your time.
Okay. So whenever spending time with someone else, you literally cut your time out of the equation.
Yeah.
Of now it's just your value.
Yeah.
It's not my value anymore. Interesting. So I'll go ahead. Yeah, I'll chalk that down as a no then.
Okay.
I guess
Yeah, that's why I was my answer.
Yeah,
that's
interesting. That's interesting. But time viewed as a commodity, you would say generally no. Your time is not viewed as a commodity.
I think my answer is still yes because like when I'm doing other stuff, it's definitely yes.
Okay, it can be no.
But it can be no.
So primarily yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, rigid time schedule. Wish to, don't. So is that yes or no?
That's a no.
That's going to be a no just because
I don't do it.
But you wish to.
I want to, yes.
I almost feel like that should just be a question mark.
Well,
but
that's
okay,
the thing is.
that's fine. No, it's your answers. All right, so now we're in aesthetics. Aesthetics. Geez, pronunciations are terrible. This is the first time I think I've actually looked at the word written down, aesthetics.
Oh yeah, it looks crazy.
And it looks terrible. It looks like aesthetics.
It's a terrible word. Like is it rhetoric? Have you seen rhetoric spelled? It's like RHET.
Oh no!
Like it's
I don't know if I've seen
spelling.
rhetoric written down. Yeah, no, that sounds awful. There's so many words. No diatribes. No diatribes. We just got to move on. All right. So, do you think most aesthetics are based on European culture? Do you think aesthetics are based on European culture?
I mean, it's what we're used to. It's what's common in the idea of like what, as we progress forward. Yeah. No, it's definitely European culture.
Yep. Okay. Do you think bland is best?
No.
Steak and potatoes?
No one should be bland. Like I have bland moments and I hate it.
Aesthetic wise, steak and potatoes. Quote, bland is best.
Oh, no.
So just straight up no. Yeah, okay. I personally love steak and potatoes.
Yeah,
I try to avoid
steak and potato,
but I don't want bland. Exactly. Bland is not best. I don't know why this is associating steak and potatoes with bland.
Well, because I think the idea was
potatoes are kind of bland, depending on what
potatoes are bland. But like before, people weren't like adding dry rubs and marinating their steaks. It was literally I cut a hunk of meat, I fry it in a pan.
Okay.
And like so, fry up potatoes and steaks, quick and simple meal. Toss them in the pan together, whatever you want.
Right.
There's not a lot of flavor to either.
I mean, personally, what I eat more than anything is freaking fried chicken. I love fried chicken. It is like the thing that I go to. Yeah, it's fried chicken. Then if I go to somewhere that it's like higher quality food, where it's like an 3 or 4 star or up, I'm like, I want to try your steak. So then I move to steak. But if I go to anywhere that's like 3 star or below, I'm like, I know chicken will be good. It's really hard to ruin chicken. I will take your chicken.
I'm really picky. You have to have like a 4.5 star to 5 for me to order your steak.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not eating any steak that's not at a restaurant. Like 4 to 5.
Okay, yeah, that's whatever. But yeah, we're both in agreement that bland is terrible. Not best.
Not best at all.
Bland is not best. Okay, we're still in this aesthetics. Women's beauty is based on blonde and thin.
Dude, I was told.
Is that your?
That's what they're like. That's what changes
the closer
thing is. It's like,
the closer to a Barbie a woman is, the more attractive she is. That's the standard of. Is that the standard of women's beauty?
Is this a personal opinion? If so, then no. But as a general rule, I also think no. I know a lot of people who prefer brunettes or redheads.
That's a good question. Like, is this supposed to be personal? I think the way that I'm trying to ask you, yeah.
Okay, then yeah, no.
It's supposed to be personal.
No.
The way that this whole thing is worded is no. It's very general.
Okay, then yeah. Well, for a personal answer, no. And also for a general rule, I don't think that's actually accurate either.
No, I'm totally with you. I have nothing else to add to that. No, blonde and thin is not my preference, and then a Barbie aesthetic is not my preference. There you go. All right, let's move on. Maybe someday in the future we'll do an episode about what our preference in women is, but I doubt it.
Blonde hair, blue eyes.
And German.
Yes.
All right. Do you think that a man's attractiveness is actually based upon his economic status, power, and intellect?
Personally, no, but according to society, yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say personally. I would say based on everything that which basically I'm skipping the personal because I don't have a personal take, but everything I've studied definitely shows that it's economic status, power, and intellect.
I've seen some women
are what make women
coming out online and being like, we should stop doing that, but it's like, it's not enough. There's not enough happening, and it's like, yeah, no.
Yeah, okay. So we're both like, yeah, society-wise, yeah. Okay. Holidays. Here we go. Are all holidays based on Christian religion?
Didn't we ask this question?
No, I think we asked a different...
variation of it?
Back in religion, we asked is... Oh, no, we haven't asked this. I think we actually went into it. So what was your answer?
Repeat the question.
Are holidays based on Christian religions? We went into this ourselves based on talking about something else.
So yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Holidays. Ugh.
Do you think that holidays are based on white history and male leaders?
White history and male leaders. Alright, so they're going based off of the idea that Saint Nicholas is white. That we've always painted him as white and rosy. And then I'm assuming they've also going off the idea that Jesus is white, but Jesus isn't.
Jesus is not white.
So,
Jesus is not white.
He's not, but that's the thing. Is like I think they're going off of the idea that religion has always painted a white Jesus, and like
religion artists have painted white Jesus. Jesus is not white.
Yes, artists have definitely done that, and so it's like I don't know. No, I do think it is because of our society, but no, it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. But right, but based on our society, it is. So yes. So it's yes.
Yeah.
Holidays are based on Christian religions. Holidays are based on white history and male leaders.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, yeah.
What about...
You're going to say Mother Mary? The Virgin Mary?
No. No. I was only going to bring up one. I'm going to bring up one just to keep it short and everything. Martin Luther King Jr. We have a holiday for him.
What holiday? You mean his birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we celebrate his birthday, but...
Is that white history and male leaders?
It's definitely male leader.
Yeah, male leader, yeah.
No, it's not white history, but the reason they did it was because of not wanting to look bad.
Okay, so the majority, though.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, yeah. I'm with you. I agree. I just wanted to throw one little pushback.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. All right, so now we're in justice.
It's all a lie.
Is our justice system based upon English common law?
Yes.
Yes. There's nothing else we need to say. Yes, absolutely.
That was such a weird question.
Do you think that our justice system protects property and entitlements?
Yes.
It does.
Yeah.
It actually does protect property and entitlements.
More so than the people. I definitely think we protect other things way more than we protect our people. So yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. I'm going to agree with you on that. And like beyond the question is literally just protects property and entitlements.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it does. I would actually probably disagree with this, but with with being like it protects property and entitlements, I'd be like, I don't know, man. Justice is pretty freaking broken at this point.
Broken as hell.
But your point of being like it protects those more than it does people, I'm like, okay, yeah, I agree with you then. Yeah. So yes, crazy. It protects property and entitlements more than it does people. Okay. Next one. Justice still.
Okay.
Do you think that in the justice system intent counts?
A lot of people get tried for intent.
Yeah.
Like drugs and stuff like that. Yeah, so yeah, it does count.
Intent does count. But
do I agree with that? No, because you don't actually know what someone's intentions are.
You're not a mind reader, right?
Exactly.
Right. No one's a mind reader. But wouldn't you say more often than not, based on your own experiences, the intent doesn't matter?
Like if you're just walking,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see like getting in trouble with a cop. They don't know what your intents are, but my intentions doesn't matter. What they think is happening matters.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I've only gotten 2 tickets. The first ticket I got was for speeding. My intention was to get home for my birthday party before sun went down.
Yeah.
Cop didn't care what my intentions were.
No.
So the intentions didn't count in that situation.
No.
Right? The second time I got a ticket was because someone slammed their brakes on in the middle of a highway while we were both going 55. So they essentially brake checked me because they came to 0. I couldn't slow down fast enough, so I veered into the ditch, hit a light pole, a power pole, bounced, hit the thing, like bounced, turned 90 degrees or 45 degrees, and then went up a hill because like I was going north. Yeah. I turned east, went up a hill from the momentum because that's the wheels were still turning.
Yeah.
And then went into a barbed wire fence, and the other guy ran off. And I told the cop the whole thing that happened. I had a witness, and they said, well, you're reckless endangerment for driving too fast, so you get the ticket.
Not the person who slammed on... Oh, okay, that's crazy.
Right, because intent doesn't count.
All right, fair enough.
Intent doesn't count. But so you're going with intent does count. Oops.
So you may have to go back to it.
Yeah, let me just click it. So you're saying intent does count, right?
I think intent does count because of the fact is, in our justice system as a whole, there's intentions. They always charge you for intent for something, or like, especially when it comes to drugs.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on. Actually, let's do a quick backtrack. No, we'll do a backtrack after this one.
Okay.
All right, now we're in the subject of competition. Do you think it's important to be number one?
Do I think it's important
remember, the subject is competition. Yeah. So when competing, should you be number one?
Oh man.
Do you place value on being number one? Should you be number one? Is that important to you?
Well, I love being number one. I love winning. I absolutely do. But no, I think it's fun. I think it's better to just have fun.
Do you think that it's okay to have an attitude of wanting to be number one? Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it's okay to have an attitude of wanting to be number one. As long as you're not dickish. But yeah.
Yeah, let's put it that way. But then what was your actual answer? What was my question, I guess? I've reworded my question to what I think is more accurate. What was the question I just asked?
Your question was, is it important to be number one?
It's
or do
not.
you think it's important to be number one?
It's not.
No,
it's not. But it's good to have the mindset of wanting to be number one when competing.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
Everyone should strive to do their best.
Do you think that you should, in the same framework of like, is it important to you? Like, do you think it's important to try and win at all costs?
No, not at all costs.
I agree. We don't even have to get into it.
I don't know what would be the all costs, the worst scenario or best scenario, but not at all costs because there's so much that can happen.
What do you think about the current winner-loser dichotomy?
I don't even know what a current winner-loser dichotomy is. Like, like the grand scheme of the world, I thought we moved over to everyone gets a participation trophy.
Okay, so then let's get rid of do you think... Okay, we'll ask it that way. Do you think there should be a winner-loser dichotomy?
Okay, so yes. I think competition... Okay. I think everyone needs competition, otherwise we become bland and we don't progress forward. So without that winner-loser system, everyone just kind of gives up and doesn't care, which means there's no progression.
I'm with you on that. Okay, so do you think there should be an action orientation?
An action orientation? Like, what steps should you take during actions?
Do you think it's important to have an action orientation? Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you're going to execute a plan, you need an orientation in order to so if you're involving yourself or even a team, you need to have essentially a setup. You need to prepare and plan for that.
I'm with you. I don't know what this means at all, so I'm literally just going to read it. So remember, this is competition.
Okay.
Master and control nature.
That's all it says?
Yeah. What does that mean?
Master and control nature.
What does that even mean?
Wouldn't that be like a coach kind of style?
Okay, I'm following. Yeah.
I don't know beyond that. That's the only thing I could think it would be referencing towards with competition.
Competition, master and control nature. I don't know how to put that in a question because I don't know what this means.
Yeah.
Let's just throw a question mark.
Question mark.
Yeah. Okay. In a competition, do you think someone should have the attitude of do something, right? That's in quotes, do something. And then I'll drag it out further. Do you think that it's important that someone must always, quote, do something, unquote, about a situation in competition?
About a situation. Not always. Sometimes it's better to just let what's ever happening because sometimes people will bumble their way to losing. They may fumble. They may do whatever.
Right.
And it's like sometimes it's just better to let them do it.
Sometimes you don't have to do something about the situation. Yeah,
now,
I'm
granted,
with you
I
on
do
that.
think it's always important to have that attitude to try to do something.
So not must always,
but have the
but
attitude
should
for it.
Try. Not even should try.
Yeah, not even should try. They just should have the attitude that they should do something.
Should have the aptitude?
The attitude.
Not even aptitude.
Yeah,
attitude. The attitude of trying.
Yes.
Okay, the attitude of trying to do something about a situation.
Yes.
Doesn't mean act upon it, but you should always be at the ready.
Yes.
Mentally ready to do something about it.
Exactly.
All right. I'm with you on that then. So we'll say no.
Yeah.
To the question.
No to the actual question.
No to the question. All right. In competition, do you think that aggressiveness and extroversion are important?
Aggression and extroversion.
Yeah, aggressiveness and extroversion. Are those important to competition?
No. Because you can be, when I was playing basketball, they'd be be aggressive, right?
Yeah.
Which just meant to strive hard, right?
Yeah.
It didn't actually mean to be aggressive in attitude as much as aggressive in the nature of what you're doing. Mm-hmm. And so I don't think it's actually necessary to be aggressive and whatever the wording that they are saying. Repeat the sentence one more time.
Aggressive extroversion. Aggressiveness and extroversion, are those traits necessary for competition?
No.
Neither.
They're not necessary.
Neither of those are necessary for competition.
No.
Running down the court at full speed is not aggression.
I would not consider that aggression, but it probably is.
Aggressive